night, everyone. Bobo will tell the children a bedtime story tonight. Once upon a time there was a woodcutter who went to the mountains to chop wood every day. One day, when he was cutting down a big tree by the river, he accidentally dropped the axe into the river. The woodcutter was very sad when he saw his beloved axe fall to the bottom of the river. He sat by the river and cried like rain. At this time, the river god Milas heard the woodcutter's cry and came up to see what happened. Milas asked the woodcutter, "Why are you so sad?" The woodcutter pointed to the river and said, "My axe fell to the bottom of the river. It is an important tool for my work. What should I do?" After hearing this, Milas dived into the river to help him find it. Soon he came back with a shining golden axe and asked the woodcutter, "My child, is this a golden axe?" The woodcutter shook his head and said, "No, Lord Milas, my axe is not made of gold." Milas went back to look for a while, this time taking out a shiny silver axe, and asked the woodcutter again if it was his axe. The woodcutter still said honestly, "No, mine is just an ordinary iron axe." Finally, Milas found the woodcutter's axe and showed it to him. The woodcutter said happily, "Yes, this is exactly my axe. Thank you for finding it." Milas admired the woodcutter's honesty very much, so he gave him all 3 axes. The woodcutter went home happily with 3 axes. Later, the woodcutter's neighbor heard about this and decided to imitate the woodcutter and get rid of his own axe, hoping to get gold and silver axes from the river god. He deliberately threw the axe into the river and sat on the bank pretending to cry. Milas shows up and asks him what's wrong. The neighbor lied cunningly and said, "My golden axe fell into the river. Please help me find it." When the clever Milas heard this, he immediately knew that he was lying, ignored his neighbors, and disappeared into the river. In the end, not only did the neighbor not get the gold and silver axe, but he also lost his own axe. Children, honesty is a virtue. And learn to be content and not be too greedy. Okay, that's it for tonight's story. See you next time. I wish you all a good dream and good night.